Play Awesome Party Song. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, buddy, I heard you're having a party.
What? If I was having a party, I'd invite you.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got another call.
I'm not having a party.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
You heard about Adam's party, man? That's gonna be crazy.
I knew it! Find the closest party store.
Introducing App Connect.
Here are your directions.
I'm gonna throw my own party.
The things you love on your phone. Available on 11 Volkswagen models.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce our two new summer interns, Tanner Faust and Scott Speed.
Hey guys, sorry, a little late.
I ordered a salad?
I said no mayonnaise.
Yeah. Spin that thing, Faust. Give it some passion.
Yeah, I think you missed a spot.
Could you park this in the back? It's the closest you guys are going to get to a race car for a long time.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Thinking exactly what you're thinking.
These Volkswagen SUVs are roomy and built for adventure. And no one's more excited about it than the family dog. The Tiguan compact SUV is powerful and versatile, with lots of space inside for you and your four-legged friends. Right, Boris? The Touareg has the power to get your tail wagging. Inside this midsize SUV, you'll find, whoa, that's a lot of dog. And a lot of space. Am I right? When you're driving, things aren't always what they appear to be. For those unexpected moments on the road, the Volkswagen Jetta offers available driver's assistance features, like blind spot monitor, and forward collision warning to help alert you to what's ahead. And VW CarNet can call for help after a crash. There's clearly more to the Jetta than meets the eye.
SOWO is a great event because you have every spectrum of the Volkswagen product, from air-cooled to water-cooled, to the newest models to a lot of the late models, from high-end technology to people's daily drivers.
It's exhilaration, excitement, love. The R32s have a heart and soul. I mean, they have a sound unlike any other car.
The R in itself is the car of what's out here. I mean, it is the top-of-the-line model, I feel like, for Volkswagen.
2004 there was 5,000, 2008 there was 5,000, so it's kind of almost a brotherhood.
For me, that first generation is like a piece of history. I chose this R32 to be different.
So you see a lot of cars here at SOWO that are bagged and they've got a stance and they look great. I love that kind of stuff, but this car's kind of perfect as it is. You don't want to change a lot about it because it is an R.
From Mark 1s to Mark 3s, and the R32 was my ultimate Volkswagen.
On the outskirts of this town, you have some of the best driving roads.
We both have R32s. We decided here at SOWO we were going to meet and go run the Tail of the Dragon together.
The Tail of the Dragon is an hour from here, and it is the best driving road to put an R32 on.
You work day to day to build these cars, day in, day out, and it's nice to finally see a result from it, to just go out and enjoy it.
It's a race car when it comes down to it. It's a race car that I can drive on the streets.
I'll probably never have to get rid of this car. I'm going to keep this one. It's going to be with me forever.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's an 04R, if it's an 08R, if it's any of the new models, it's an R.
again. The Volkswagen Passat Limited Edition. Dollar for dollar, it's an amazing value. Let's add up the worth of its standard features, like a rear-view camera, keyless access, heated front seats, and more.
But what really tips the scales is that you get all this value for this surprisingly low price. That's $1,200 in savings. I usually hate being on scales, but this is nice.
The Volkswagen Passat Limited Edition, nicely equipped at $23,995. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Welcome to GRC. This is the first race of the 2015 season. And this is GRC 101. Sorry, too much. GRC is an absolute battle of incredibly fast, hyperactive, angry little cars, all on the track at the same time. Basically a clash of the Titans style racing. It's lots of contact, lots of excitement, lots of jumps, dirt, tarmac. Drag racing, crashing, all in one sport, all in a tight space, all in 3 minutes. It's a heat style racing where you do a lot of short races in order to qualify for a main, and then all 10 cars go at once and try to win the main. Down the front straightaway, you get up to the top of 4th gear. The first corner, it's a hairpin, but it's kind of rounded, so it's a 2nd gear corner, but it's very slippery, so we have to use the e-brake to get the car rotated. From there, you're taking a straight shot to the jump. If you hit this jump full speed, you're full rocket man, not coming down, and it's gonna end in tears. When you land off the jump, you're going through the sand. From there, you're trying to find basically the tarmac to accelerate on. The next corner is a really, really tight hairpin. You're going right to the inside, handbrake in it, a little quick U-turn, and then back onto an actually really fast corner that's 3rd gear, and that's the lap. It's really short here. One of the most important things in GRC is starting, managing to get through the first corner without somebody taking you out. Every track we go through's got a joker, which is a bit of a shortcut. In Global Rallycross, these cars are specifically designed to withstand a bit of contact because when you start so closely together and you're accelerating so fast in the first turn, you're gonna make contact. The big no-nos in the rules category, I mean, there aren't so many. The point system, which is what we're all here for, is the championship, changes year to year, it seems like. I actually don't know what the I think you get 50 points if you win. But maybe that was last year. I don't know if they changed that or not. We haven't started the season yet, so I'm going to learn that here in the next couple minutes, I hope. I just need to get in the car and steer the wheel, push some pedals, grab some gears. 600 horsepower, all-wheel drive, insane machines. It accelerates from 0 to 60 faster than a Formula 1 car. And that's why I can't wait to get on the track every weekend. That's pretty good. That's all right.
I'm Tim Johnson here in Chattanooga, and I'm going to give you a course preview of the 2015 Volkswagen National Championships in the time trial in this. Time trialing is really precise. You don't ever want to go too hard. You really have to save your energy for later on in the race.
Did you say don't go too hard?
Time trial is all about going as fast as you can go without going too hard. It's like you against the clock. You got to go as fast as you can. We're going to go right here. No, we didn't go that way. Good power transfer. I mean, you're doing a great job. I'd like to see a little smoother. Tanner, I'm serious. Really important not to get lost on a time trial. We're cresting the climb on the way out. And this right-hand turn is one of the hardest on the entire course. It's really easy to get out of control, maybe get in trouble. This part of the course is going to be really important to just go steady. Really like get an arrow. We're coming up to the turnaround point. This is where the riders are going to really settle down, take this corner very nice and easy. The last thing you want to do is to crash in the corner.
This seems like a good spot.
These corners are really fun on a bike when you can just lean into the corner and keep pedaling. It's really all about being aerodynamic, applying power easily, smoothly, saving your energy for later. Final climb, the big climb. This is all you've got, everything you have. You've got to be able to empty the tank. On a bike, this hill would feel a lot taller.
Are you sure that was a hill?
The final turnaround. And I think that we want to we're going to finish soon. If you've got a little bit left in your tank, this final hill is really your last chance to use that power. Coming to the final corner here, the Volkswagen factory, right out in front of us. Final roundabout, as fast as you can go all the way to the finish line. Using the corners, very smooth power transfer. We want to make sure that we have every intention of going all the way to the finish line.
Zero to 64.9 seconds, 292 horsepower. For a vehicle like the Golf R, which is the pinnacle of our performance product lineup, we have a special unit within the Volkswagen Group, the Volkswagen R GmbH in Germany, where a specific breed, let's say, of engineers work who are specialized in the chassis development of the Golf R.
We started developing, I think, 3 years ago.
80% of the time we're testing the car on the Nürburgring, on the track, and the other 20% we're going on public roads to see if it's comfortable even on usual roads under customer conditions. If you try this car on a track, you will see the difference and you feel the difference.
Exactly how the damper and the springs work together, extensive testing was done.
We tried to will sort of compose these two components to have an R-specific driving ability, which is the result of all our work.
We believe the Golf R is actually unique in the performance landscape. It's not only one of the hottest performance car that's out there, but it's also very refined in that. It has all the Volkswagen refinement in there.
4 exhaust pipes and the big wheels, and it makes it just feel special if you drive such a car.
German engineering is focusing on all important facts of the car itself. Never trying to forget that even emotions and the feeling of the car, so we always keep this in mind.
To see that it's the ultimate performance machine in the Golf line, you just have to drive it. Use it on a racetrack and you will have fun.
Put simply, this Volkswagen Beetle is a beast with 210 horsepower, a fuel-efficient turbo engine, and a sport-tuned suspension built to get up and go. Okay, I think we got it.
Hey, I'm Tim Johnson here at Festivus. It's my first Volkswagen Enthusiast event. I'm here with my friend Tanner Faust, who's going to be able to show me what a Volkswagen Enthusiast event is all about.
The track here is amazing, Auto Club Speedway. I mean, with Festivus, there's so many cars here. There's run group after run group, and they're all VWs ripping it up.
I got to say that I'm a little bit worried about driving with you. Should I be worried?
No.
You gave a couple rides to some lucky fans.
I really wish that we had enough tires and fuel and time to give everybody a ride, because that Passat is so mean. I'm having such a good time. I forget they're even there until the end and I'm like, oh, shoot. Luckily also they have brought their own cars to drive, and some of them have brought bikes.
How's that wind feel in your face?
You know, it is nice actually to be out in the open. Huge amount of cars out here, but a lot of them are here for the show, which we get to be guest judges for. I'm kind of stoked to see what people have brought. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think it's gorgeous. I gotta say that was pretty tough, right?
I feel the same way. There are cars that I just naturally am drawn to. My Festivus experience has been 100% awesome.
And there are still cars on the track, which means we still have some tires left on the Golf R.
We should go check and see how much tread we have and make sure we just leave with nothing.
No tires left. Let's go hit it.
My name is Diana Zinder and I'm a designer from VW Design Studio. The vehicle behind me is the Pink Beetle. It's a special model for customers who want to be trendy, who want to be fashionable. It's sophisticated. Inside we kept the car totally dark. We use materials in black and grey and put some fine highlights on the sport seats in the textile. Behind me you see the Jeans Beetle concept as a cabriolet. The design idea is a heritage to the Jeans Beetle bug. It's a special model from the 70s. The special inside are the denim textile in the door panel, especially big pockets on the back. The inspiration of the back pocket was the back pocket of trouser from jeans you wear. We have a bluish brushed dash pad. Makes the whole concept complete.
I'm Cornelia Gröpel. I'm working in lifestyle and performance for Volkswagen Group. Behind me you can see the Beetle R-Line concept I helped to design. The trim is mainly black with a few yellow accents inspired from motorcycle clothing. The dash has carbon leather, also in the seat pads. You can see that there. The carbon, it brings a very masculine look to the interior. It's a very cool car.
Behind me you see the Beetle wave concept. The concept is to show the combination of surfing and the history Beetle. The exterior color is called habanero orange. It's a sweet pepper chili and it's a totally hot exterior color. The concept of the dash was to make like an old surfboard design. So we use real material, real wood, which follow the form. The main message is to have a big range of the Beetles, from sporty to feminine, something in between, so Beetle is for everyone.
When you drive a Volkswagen Tiguan with available 4Motion, you can be ready for the elements. In bad weather, this Tiguan intelligently shifts more power to any wheel that needs it most. So you get a turbocharged 200 horsepower vehicle that doubles as a confident all-wheel drive SUV.
Really? All three at once? Can we show the interior?
To be honest, for kids that come at me and ask for advice on how to make it in racing, I always ask them, like, what do they consider making it? Because in my opinion, if you can get a paycheck for racing cars, you're in the top 0.1% of people out there. What a lot of kids don't understand, and what I didn't understand growing up, is just because you're the best racing driver out there doesn't mean you're gonna make anything. I didn't even consider racing professionally even possible, because I knew I didn't have any money growing up. I just kind of had fun with it, and honestly, looking back at it, it always seemed to be an impossible goal until I actually made it. I'd been racing in Europe, and I had had a lot of success in Formula Renault, and I got a call from the big boss men that said, I'm gonna get a test in a Formula One car. I remember calling my dad the night before the test and just called him and said, you know, if this is it, if this is all I get to do, it's good enough. My drive for racing purely comes from just my personality of always wanting to get better at something. I've never looked up to like a race car driver to think, man, I want to be like that guy. I always thought that put me in that car, I could do it. For sure, the only person that I've really looked up to or whatever call a hero would be my father. He was the one who taught me racing. He was the one that got me going. And way more than anything he could ever teach me in racing, how he was as a dad with my mom and with us, that's something that I will, you know, look up to and say he's my hero, because he's an awesome dad. That part's really important to me, and I'm definitely going to be that way with my kids. You get a choice of how you spend your time, and you either spend your time with your family and your kids, or you spend time at work chasing dollar bills, basically. And I've gone that direction. I've lived in a freaking ginormous house that's way too big for us. And we got there, and within a year and a half, both like just turned around and ran the other way. I want my kids to grow up like I did. I want them to grow up normal. Like, I don't want them to grow up with this sense of entitlement or this sense of like, that's what they're gonna get to do. I don't try to plan life at all. I very much live in the moment. The more empty I keep my mind and the more calm and fresh I take the start of a race, I feel like the better I do with it. Once the green flag drops, you can control what you do, but you can't control what all the other hooligans out there are doing. So I've learned to sort of not try to control and just take my hands off the wheel and just trust that my reactions and how I'm going to react to whatever situation comes is going to be right. It's a journey, man. It's going to go up and down, and who knows where it's going to take me. I'm going to enjoy the ride as much as I can. My name is Scott Speed, two-time X Games gold medalist, professional driver for Volkswagen Andretti Rallycross.
What is the most fun thing that you do? Because in a perfect world, that would become your job. My name's Tanner Faust. I'm a driver of all things fun. I don't know what it is about cars. At some point when you're a kid, you get bitten by a little bit of a bug. You know, I was a military brat, and as a military brat, you're moving around a lot. I didn't have the same house for more than 3 years. I didn't have the same friends for more than 3 years. But I have a car that my dad bought when I was 3, and when I walk into my garage, I smell the same smell that I got from that old 912 when I had to mow the lawn. And it's such a tight connection with something through my whole life. My dad's a doctor. I would have been the 8th doctor in a row in my family. I loved architecture, I loved model building. I thought that being a ski racer would be good, but I never thought that there was a job in driving. Everybody talked about if you wanted to make a small fortune in racing, start with a big one. And I didn't know any racers. It was a pipe dream. But I'm gonna put both feet in this car thing and just go for it. I never looked back. And the whole idea of natural talent with driving, I don't think exists. I'm learning every time I get in the car. You can beat yourself to death over mistakes or things that have happened. You can really feel like you're only as good as your last race. So you just have to move on and think about the next one. The key is to collect the data so that afterwards you can look at it and see what you did wrong. The whole weekend can come down to the rate at releasing the brake pedal coming into a corner. To just focus on that one little move of your foot. And that's the crux of the weekend. It takes commitment to be competitive. And when you are committed, you are prioritizing work things over life things. For the last decade or so, it's 300 to 320 days of travel. It's funny because when you travel that much of the year, going home is vacation. You fight for those hours at home. It's not even days, it's just hours at home. And you think of your home as your paradise. Man, once you get out of the harbor and you get just a mile off the coast, it is crystal clear water. It's really a spectacular place. If you're gonna work hard, you gotta play hard. Like, there's gotta be balance, right? I've always wanted a muscle car. And the RWB Beetle is my car. It was a design concept. Driving it down the street, the way that people check it out, it's really cool. The second floor of the garage was not supposed to turn into a racing shrine. You can look at trophies and stuff like that and think of that as being a measurement of accomplishment or success, but it doesn't feel that way, honestly. It's coming up with what's fun and being able to build a life around doing what makes you and those around you happy. The best thing about my job is I do it for free, for sure.
The way you know your car is ready is when you actually start getting noticed. And you don't have to tell people about your car. They just walk up to it and just start talking to you about it.
A lot of people set up their cars for show. So you're going low, you're going slow, you have big wheels, you're cambered out. So basically, I decided to build a race car with the Mark III GTI because of the balance ratio, just the way it just looks fast, just sitting still. The Mark III kind of has the front end of an MK1 and the back end of a MK4, and it's just, I don't know, it just works so perfectly. So I have a big cam in it, heavy-duty springs, new LSD, short shift, exhaust, coilovers. It's amazing. I never knew my car, my little Mark III 2.0 could go so fast around these corners.
I had a couple friends that had Volkswagens out there, and I've seen just how the Volkswagen world is, how much more relaxed it is. And I decided, you know, I got a rare colored Volkswagen out here. Let's see what I can do with it. I brought a Mark IV GTI here today. It's a 2000 1.8T Tropical Orange GTI. We've done everything from swap the motor to the 20th anniversary, custom fenders, custom body lines, the wheels, the suspension, air ride suspension all on it, fully tuned, custom exhaust system.
We did this, like, you know, my cousin helped out with the bodywork, but him and I actually did the motor. Him and I spent hours in the garage. It was something we did together to build, and it even brought us closer together, which I love.
Waterfest has been in existence for 20 years, so we're celebrating a big milestone this year.
If you're into Volkswagens, you know about Waterfest. It's like going to Disneyland for Volkswagen owners.
And it's just all the customization and creation. It's pretty awesome. So I have to say, it's definitely giving me some ideas for a project car that we're trying to do next, hopefully.
Volkswagen is huge, you know, supporting the enthusiasts. I think it's really a big deal to give back to the drivers, and you know, we certainly appreciate their support.
Everyone's smiling, everyone's car looks amazing, and you realize that, you know, you just did this for yourself, but everyone else is going to enjoy this, you know, piece of art.